Well, one of the great things about the state of Michigan, one of the great assets we have in the state of Michigan is our vast musical community. And in Warren, we have another addition to that that is just fantastic, and that is the Warren Symphony Orchestra. Joining us now is the music director and the conductor of the Warren Symphony Orchestra, Gina Provenzano, on today's edition of the Megacast. Gina, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
Appreciate having you on. And so, a lot of interesting things happening with the Warren Symphony Orchestra, some exciting concerts coming up as well. But let's start off with you and get a little information on your background and what brought you to the Warren Symphony Orchestra.
Well, I'm originally from Michigan. I lived in Maine for about 15 years, most recently, but we moved back about 7 or 8 years ago. And so I decided to audition for the Warren Symphony, and I made it. My father's originally from the Detroit area, so it was nice to come home.
Yeah, it's a great place here in Michigan for music and for symphony orchestras as well. You think about the DSO, you think certainly about the Warren Symphony Orchestra, and many of our great orchestras that are from our universities and our colleges too, that are just prolific and competitive on a national and worldwide level. This is a great state for musicians in more traditional styles of music or classical styles of music. And the Warren Symphony Orchestra certainly is no exception to that. What drew you to Warren as in this particular orchestra for you to continue your music career and lead these great musicians right here in our local area?
Well, like I said, I'm from Michigan. I went to the University of Michigan, and as a female conductor, it's difficult to find positions like this. And Warren had an opening, and when I returned home, from Maine, I decided that I would really like to pursue the orchestra conducting world. And my uncle is from Warren. My parents are from the Detroit, or my father's from the Detroit area. So I thought it'd be a great start for me.
So season 48 of the Warren Symphony Orchestra completed over the summer, completed its a run in July. Season 49 just about underway. Got some more concerts that are coming up. In particular, as we celebrate our veterans over the next few weeks, you have your Made in America concert coming up on November 13th. Tell us about this performance and what are some of the tunes that people will be able to hear that will celebrate our country and certainly those that have fought to allow us to enjoy this music in our local area.
Right. So the theme is Made in America. So we're doing all American composers. We have Gould with American Salute. We are playing the Armed Forces Salute. We're playing Aaron Copland, a Florence Price piece. It's going to be great music, and we're honoring our veterans by giving them complimentary tickets. So all they have to do is call the Macomb Center for the Arts or visit the Macomb Center for the Arts to get their complimentary ticket to thank them for their service. We're also going to be honoring Dave Daniels, who was the original conductor of the Warren Symphony, who passed away a couple of years ago, but with COVID, we never had the chance to honor him appropriately. And also Laura Sayas, who was a bass player in the orchestra and taught many bass players in the area. So we'll be honoring and remembering both of them as well. I also want to say that we also always have K through 12th grade free tickets for our orchestra concerts, and we're always promoting the youth. So we would love to have some youth at our concerts. We'll also be doing a live auction. We've never done this before, but we're going to, at that very moment, people can bid and have the chance to actually conduct the orchestra, the Washington Post March. So if anyone's interested in conducting a professional orchestra, they can come out and bid on that day.
More information can be found at motorcitysymphony.org. That is motorcitysymphony.org. The Warren Symphony Orchestra been in operations since 1973-74, where it held its first concerts, its first season after its founding in 1972, an institution here in the local area. And so, Gina, tell us about the musicians that make up this orchestra, because there is so much talent in music across various genres, certainly across different instruments and forms of musical practice in our state and certainly in southeastern Michigan. Tell us about those that make up the Warren Symphony Orchestra and how that ensemble really makes this particular group so special, especially here in season 49 of the WSO.
Yes, we have fabulous musicians. They play all over the place. They're from a lot of them are from the local Union 5, and we basically have very talented musicians from all the different schools in the area, and they play in several different orchestras, and they're just fabulous. And it's a great orchestra, and our prices of our tickets are not as high as other orchestras, so it's great for you to have the opportunity to see these talented people.
Again, more information can be found on motorcitysymphony.org. That is motorcitysymphony.org. Season 49 continues with their Made in America concert Sunday, November 13th. That is at 3 p.m. at the Macomb Center for the Performing Arts. $23 for adult tickets, $20 for senior tickets, $10 for college students. And hey, bring your kids along. K through 12 students get into this concert for free. Again, more information can be found on motorcitysymphony.org. And you mentioned that there's so many talented musicians that have joined in on this and have been in music and been inspired by music for their entire life. And what I love about the Warren Symphony Orchestra is not only does it do a great job of incorporating the community in its local area and even in the regional area in southeastern Michigan into its mission and certainly into its outreach, but it also does the work to inspire that next generation where there's so much variation in popular music that it can often you have to not get the classical approach and the ensemble approach, the big band approach kind of gets thrown to the wayside, and it's a lost art in some regards. But efforts like the youth art. Youth concerts and youth library efforts from the Warren Symphony Orchestra do a great job of keeping that alive. So, Gina, what is the motivation behind these initiatives, and what sort of opportunities are there for kids to get involved with the WSO?
Well, we've been, when the orchestra was created, it was created because the orchestra program was taken out of the schools in Warren. And so we created it, or I didn't create it, but they created it in order to keep the youth informed and be able to learn about orchestras. We have youth concerts, which actually we have on Thursday. We'll be doing youth concerts where kids from all over the area can come in and hear a real live orchestra and see the different instruments and families. And it's a great opportunity for them to be able to see something they probably or may not see their entire life, so it's available to everyone. And that's why we also do the K through 12th grade free tickets, because we really, our youth is our future. And it's nice to have them be able to hear the classical music.
And it's interesting too because not only are they able to experience that classical music, they're able to learn a little bit about the theory also, all those things that you would normally get in the classroom when you're learning music and can really enrich somebody's educational foundation and certainly help them explore interests in the arts and even help them in sciences too when they're learning about matching those sounds and repairing instruments and the mechanics of various instruments, whether they be woodwinds or brass instruments. Certainly, string instruments have a big impact in that regard, and it all comes together in this symphony orchestra. And what's great too is that you also provide a number of resources online. But also in person at the Macomb Center for the Performing Arts for these kids in the community to learn about music from the grassroots and also engage with these musicians at the Warren Symphony Orchestra.
Yes. Yeah, so we also have school visits. If anyone's ever interested, they can contact us, and we try to create the possibility for myself or musicians to come into the school as well.
Again, more information, motorcitysymphony.org is their website. You can find more information, look up some of their past concerts, certainly how you can get your kids involved with the WSO and all of their efforts, and of course, to help them out and donate to their efforts, not only for supporting their concerts and their continued advocacy for music and for the arts in the Warren community and in the greater community as well, but also to support all the programs that they do to support the local community beyond their concerts. Season 49, again, begins November 13th, 2022 at the Macomb Center for the Performing Arts, 3 p.m. Again, that's Sunday, November 13th at 3 p.m. Tickets can be purchased online, motorcitysymphony.org, to scroll over to concerts, season 49 and November 13th, or click on the Made in America link on their homepage at motorcitysymphony.org. In terms of people that are interested in music and getting more involved in the arts, particularly, and maybe they're interested in joining the Warren Symphony Orchestra, what sort of process do they need to go through if they'd like to join you and your team and be one of the great musicians there in Warren?
We'd love to have more board members and volunteers, and you can just contact us at our website, where you can email us at warrensymphonyorchestra@gmail.com. And I just want to mention one more thing. Please don't forget veterans. You're free to come to this concert. We'd love to thank you for your service.
Yeah, veterans and K through 12 students get in for free. $10 for college students, $20 for seniors, and $23 for general adult tickets. And again, they're Made in America concert Sunday, November 13th of this year at the Macomb Center for the Performing Arts. Gina, before we let you go, anything else that you'd like to say today about the Warren Symphony Orchestra or any upcoming projects or initiatives from your organization?
Just that we have two other concerts as well on February 12th and April 23rd. February 12th will be Love is in the Air. It's around Valentine's Day, so we thought that would be fun. And then in April, the concert will be Out of This World, the famous piece everyone loves, Star Wars, and some other pieces to do with Out of This World.
You can learn more information and of course, get more info on their upcoming concerts. Put them in your calendar and purchase tickets at MotorCitySymphony.org. In addition, you can learn more about the Warren Symphony Society and all the great work that they do to advocate for the arts and music in Warren and in the greater area here in southeastern Michigan. Gina, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.